Hi everyone, Bear Grub here. Glad you found my channel. Welcome to week 7 for everything with wing. I started with some randomly applied gesso, and next I will glue on with Mod Podge some bits and pieces of book pages and ephemera. Here I was checking that I have the mini canvas in the right direction, as I will work on them on both sides. I still remember that I did mess up twice last year when I was testing out the idea for this project. This vintage sewing pattern is really fragile and it tears easily at the folds. It doesn't really bother me though, as I have no exact plans when I start what it has to look like. I'm sorry, in this video I'm going to be out of frame quite a bit. I'm trying out a new camera angle. Here I basically remove layers of non-wanted paper from the stamp. To tie everything together and also tone down the colors a bit, I apply some gesso, which is always a bit translucent when applied in a thin layer. Time for some stencil fun. This is a Tim Holtz one. With a cosmetic sponge I apply first light purple craft paint and then some orangey. Here I use folk art, but any brand is fine. I hope you're gonna enjoy my video. And if there are any questions or nice comments, just leave them in the description. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so you get notification. I usually load up 2 videos per week. More pictures also from other projects and the supply list are over at my blog. There is also a free membership area where I have from time to time free printables from my own digital collages and longer version of videos with more in-depth explanations. As you can see, I also added some paint to a mini tag which I intend to use. For this project I wanted to use up some of those things which accumulated in the box. From leftovers of other projects to swap items and things people just gave me because you know what to do with or so. And oh yes, don't forget the napkins. I have 2 big boxes of them. To give this butterfly a little bit more sturdiness, I glue them first onto a scrap of mixed media paper. Any cardstock would work too, just make sure it is white if you want the colors to pop. Any other color of cardstock, make the butterfly dull. Here I make sure that I see the holes on the side I'm working on. I will need them at the end of this year to bind them all together into a book. I like to give my embellishment some dimension with a ballpoint tool. And yes, I have to replace that. I did use it inappropriate, so it did break. I tried to fix it, but I guess I better order one pretty soon. Didn't like the look here. Oh well, Gesso will fix that. Okay, still not quite happy. So out with some distressing and color in. So as I said already several times, I have no exact idea when I start. I just pull out some items and colors and then I go on to my adventures with colors and whatnot. And if in my opinion a color isn't right, I just make it happen by adding more color. There is always more color. This quote I have received in a swap quite a while ago, and it is time to use it now. Now comes another part where I'm out of frame, sorry, but I think you get the idea anyway. I'm simply gonna use some rather old rub-ons from 7 Gypsies on my tag to give a little bit of an interest in the background. And yes, I didn't like the white hole on the rub-on ticket. I rather wanted to see the background from my tag. Yes, sometimes I'm really particular. Here I start to add the parchment with the quote to another paper, again with Mod Podge. You have to convince parchment a bit, but at the end it works. Also, the underpaper is a sticker. I add Mod Podge. Sometimes those self-sticking things just lift up over time. You could barely see it, but I have a little feather which I want to add to the canvas. Yes, I tend to collect those things anytime when we go for a walk. I want to lift up the tag, so I used the foam dot to attach the feather first and then the tag on top. As you can see here, oh wait, you can't really see, sorry again. I'm distressing the edges with ink. You have seen me done that several times. I always cut off the antennas. Too tedious to fussy cut them. I always can add them later the way I want them with a permanent marker. Here I tried first with the blue gel pen. I didn't like it. If you are quick enough, you can wipe it off with a baby wipe. As a last detail, I added a little embellishment, which I have made from polymer clay a while ago, and then I topped it with some bling. Well, that was episode 7. I hope to see you soon again. Till then!